Genesis Communications presents the show that's helping people see better and feel better all over Florida. It's Ask the Doctor with board-certified optometric physician, certified nutritional specialist, and popular radio host, Dr. Michael Lange of Lange Eye Care and Associates.
Doctor, my eyes, they cannot see the sky. Is this the price for having learned how not to cry?
Okay, good morning, and welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host, as usual, Dr. Michael Lange of the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida, and Fortify Vitamins. If you've got a question regarding your vision, eye care, or a nutritionally related topic, remember this show is dedicated to you, the listeners, so pick up the phones and give me a call. It is a live call-in show. Participation is encouraged. 1-866-977-4820. I've been hosting Ask the Doctor on multiple radio networks since, April of 1994, nonstop. I used to have a drive time show here right at News Talk 820 every day. A lot of you picked me up. I was Monday through Saturday. Sunday was the only day off. Anyway, we talk about anything having to do with your eyes, your vision. We talk about surgery, natural approaches to eye care. We talk about contact lenses. We talk about vision therapy. We talk about nutrition, what foods to eat to slow down the aging in the eye and the entire body. So once again, any of these questions, feel free to give me a call. Also, you can always follow me on social media. I mean, we've got 150,000 followers now on Twitter. That is growing daily. So go to Twitter, follow me on that, or Instagram, Pinterest, Google+, LinkedIn, Facebook. And you can go to actually my website, drmichaellang.com, and there's a section social media. You can click on that and follow me, especially the Twitter and the Instagram. Sometimes I'll give you special deals that are only good for 24 hours on Fortify Vitamins or on Paleo Simplified bars. So check us out on that. Also, health grades. I'm reaching out to all of the listeners out there. Write this down, health grades. Go to the internet and just go Dr. Michael Lange health grades. And I would really appreciate it if you like the radio show. You can tell me what you like about it. If you're a patient of mine, give me a little testimony. I've never asked you guys for this. So go to health grades, Dr. Michael Lange, and tell me what you think. Give me a little feedback so other people out there can find the show or find us at the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages. I would really appreciate it. All right. I do want to mention we're going to have a Christmas special. Usually around November, we have a fall special. All of you that have been following me, patients or listeners, have come out to our big fall extravaganza at the Lange Institute. I mean, one time we had a big Western band out there. We had the 50s theme, 60s theme. Last year was the 70s theme. Well, this year we're going to do a Christmas special. We're postponing it, pushing it back to the second week of December. It's actually December 16th. December 16th from 11 to 3. We're inviting everybody in the state. We're going to have some ads promoting it. We're going to have music. We're going to have food. We're going to have raffles. We're going to have lots of giveaways, huge discounts. We're going to have every frame vendor known to man there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hemocode is going to be there doing some IGG food allergy testing, and you'll be able to get that. We're going to talk about that more in a minute. So remember, put that on your calendar. Saturday, December 16th, 11 to 3. I'll do the radio show from 9 to 10. Then I'll head over there and get there probably about 11:15 or so. Christmas special, Lange Eye Institute, Saturday, December 16th, 11 to 3. Put it on your calendar. All right, we're going to the phones. I wonder who's first today. Bob in Ocala, good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Lange. I made it. How about that?
You did.
I had to start calling at 8:30, though.
All right, welcome to the show, Bob.
Thank you, Dr. Lange. Dr. Lange, I have a business associate who has gout. I saw him walking around with a boot, and I asked him what the problem was, and he said gout. And I said, well, I've been told, and I believe in my heart, that omega-3, a good quality omega-3, could be a solution to that for you. Well, he listened to me, and he's since purchased some omega-3. And I saw him the other day, and he had the boot on again. And I said, well, now, if you're taking omega-3, how come you're still walking around in the boot? He said, well, Friday night, my wife and I went out and, well, he told me what it was. It was some fish dinner of some nature, but it inflamed his gout. So I suggested to him, you're a good-sized man. You could double up your omega-3. He's taking 2 a day now, so take 4 until the inflammation goes away. But my question is, if he knows he's going to have a meal like that that's going to inflame his gout, can he preemptively up his dosage of omega-3 to stop it?
Absolutely. You can do that. I mean, gout, as you know, people out there can have some severe pain from gout. And actually following a diet that helps control blood levels of a waste, kind of a bodily waste in your body called uric acid, is an important plan to help control gout. And so this causes severe pain and inflammation, which is a gout attack. And I think it affects women more than men. But there's a lot of foods that are rich in what we call purines, and he needs to research that, okay? Foods that are rich in purines, and this turns into basically uric acid in your body. And so if we decrease the intake of foods that contain these purines, in theory, you should have less gout attacks. A rheumatologist is ideally the best person to see for this, but absolutely omega-3 and now astaxanthin is very beneficial for these to help slow down these gouty attacks. So the Fortify Focus are taking 6 milligrams of astaxanthin. A couple of other good ones are curcumin and ginger. Things like this are very beneficial. Eating, high vegetable diet is very important. Believe it or not, cherries, especially tart cherries, are beneficial for this. Also, drinking more water means fewer gout flare-ups. Most of us are dehydrating. We've talked about this on the show forever. So, have this person drink more pure spring water, okay? And then there's the jury's still out on dairy. So, some doctors think that dairy's bad. Some doctors think that dairy may be good. But if you're going to drink dairy, I would go with A2 cow's milk or goat's milk. And actually, I think coffee, believe it or not, I got to research this a little bit more, but if I recall, there might be some studies that drinking a little coffee may reduce the chance of gout as well. So this is one time that coffee may be beneficial. But he needs to look at foods that are high in purines and try to avoid those.
Okay, I will share that with him. I'm glad you're not out raising your endorphin levels this morning, but are you anticipating that practice next weekend, maybe?
I am. I actually took 3 weeks off from racing the car. Next week, I will be at Sebring Saturday and Sunday. So I'll be running a tape, maybe today's tape again, if it's a good tape. And then I'll be live in the studio again. And then one more week, I'll be going to Barber Speedway up in Birmingham. And then I'll be back in the saddle for a couple of more weeks. So I'm going to be racing only twice in November.
All right. Well, always be careful and have a good time.
All right, Bob. Thanks for the call, buddy. Take care.
Sure. Have a good day. Bye.
And just Bob brings up a valid point. Once again, omega-3 is so important for our health. The typical American diet is so saturated in omega-6. The typical American diet is pro-inflammatory. So adding a good source of omega-3, whether you're eating good wild fish, small non-predatory fish, I like sardines, and wild Alaskan salmon are the two best, or taking a good omega-3 fish oil. And the problem with omega-3 fish oil, if you've been listening to this program for a long time, most omega-3 is an ethyl ester molecule. It has ethanol attached to the backbone. This makes it very unstable, makes it not absorb very well, very inefficient. It has to go through your liver every day. Cleave off the ethanol, replace a triglyceride backbone sort of absorbs. So purchase a triglyceride form fish oil. The problem is there's not many that you can buy over the counter. Some of the liquid fish oils are triglyceride form, but they go rancid very quickly. Only buy 1 month supply, keep it in the refrigerator, and they go rancid very quickly. So that's why I developed years ago now Fortify Super Omega, which has become one of the standards in eye doctors and even cardiologists throughout the world now to recommend, because it's relatively inexpensive. It's only $28. That's 60 pills. It's higher in EPA and DHA than anything else on the market, and it works. It's backed by a good clinical study that we did showing that as long as you weigh less than 250 pounds, your omega index will go over 9%, between 9 and 11% on 2 per day dosing. Also, for those of you that are getting older in age, there's a new study that indicates if you combine a triglyceride form omega-3 like Fortify Super Omega with a baby aspirin at bedtime, it can decrease the chance of a fatal heart attack or stroke in the morning dramatically. It's a pretty good study. So there's low dosages of aspirin actually potentiates something called resolvins and protectins that are actually in the omega-3 fish oil. So they work in concert together. You know, obviously talk to your physician before doing this, especially if you're on blood thinners or anything like that, because they may not want your blood to be even thinner. So talk with your doctor. However, if you're relatively healthy, 40, 50 years of age, you know, even a half a baby aspirin a day combined with fish oil at bedtime may be beneficial to you. That's what I do. I take a half a baby aspirin at bed, and I take 1 Fortify Super Omega right at bedtime, about 11, 12 o'clock at night. All right, phone lines are open, 1-866-977-4820. I also want to mention Dr. Michael Tolentino, the nationally recognized retina specialist, is at the Lange Eye Institute now. So if you want to see Dr. Tolentino, he is affiliated with the Lange Eye Institute. Also, I think he's here in Tampa some of the time now as well. And remember, December 16th, we're having the big Christmas special at the Lange Eye Institute from 11 to 3. Let's go back to the phones. All right. I think maybe this is Steve. Steve, good morning.
Good morning. I just wanted to say something real quick about uric acid. If you know how to handle it right, that's a very good problem to have, because what they've done is they look at the TSAC, which is the total serum antioxidant capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And uric acid is a much more powerful antioxidant than vitamin C. So the best level of having uric acid is not as low as possible, but is just short of the level which will cause it to crystallize. It's actually a very good antioxidant, and there's a theory that the reason that we are one of the few animals that doesn't produce our vitamin C is because uric acid can displace it in the metabolism. Isn't that cool?
Wow.
And also, if you have gout, your urine acidity, I think uric acid goes out more with acid urine or alkaline urine. I don't know which, but I know it has something to do with it. And the trace element molybdenum has something to do with it, but I don't know what. I wanted to ask something very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You remember, I don't know if you're a Christian or not, but Jesus, that man was blind, and Jesus reached down and put the mud on his eyes.
Right.
Okay. Well, there might have been a scientific reason, I'm thinking. The Dead Sea is called the Dead Sea because it has so much sodium in it that nothing can live in it. No, nature has not been able to develop any sodium pump in any animal that can fight that. It's 10 times, maybe 20 times more saline than our Gulf of Mexico.
Uh-huh.
Now, he used to preach a lot on the Sea of Galilee and the Dead Sea. If he would reach down and hit the mud, that would have been loaded with sodium.
Right.
And I know you said that sodium can change interocular pressure and stuff. There might have actually, the soil in that area may have actually cured that man in a very scientific reason. Not that I'm taking away that it's a miracle.
Sure.
But
Sure.
I'm just wondering if maybe that has something to do with it. What do you think?
Well, you know, that's true. If you put sodium in the eye, there's a product made called Muro 128, basically sodium chloride. And patients that aren't blind, but patients that have significant vision impairment from corneal edema, it can lower the swelling of the eye and it can improve their vision. I see that all the time in our clinical practice. Now, to take somebody blind and put mud on their eye, I think probably Jesus is the only one that could do that.
Yeah, I know.
But I might try it in the office, though.
Yeah, well, you never know. It certainly be good for your ego to think you could do something. You could, you know. And,
yeah, I'm going to try
like
walking on water on the bay. I'll see what happens with that too.
one thing I want to say is, you know, we have a lot of talk about healthcare in the nation today, and you're proof there's nothing wrong with healthcare. There's a problem with the way the politicians deliver healthcare. The healthcare itself, there is nothing wrong with our healthcare system. Nothing.
Amen.
And it's people like you. It amazes me is on TV they say we're going to talk about the healthcare system, and there's not a goddamn doctor on there. I mean, there's politicians, there's statesmen, there's congressmen, there's mayors, there's governors, but where's the doctor? I mean, it would be nice to talk to the guy that delivers it. So
you're absolutely
okay,
correct.
Gotta go.
All right, you take care, Steve.
Okay.
Steve is a great caller. He always has a lot of good comments. Very intelligent man, too. All right, I think we got the other Steve on hold. Let me see if I can retrieve him. Phone lines are open. If you got a question, give me a call, 866-977-4820. That's 866-977-4820. All right, let's go back to the phones. Steve in Bradenton this time. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, sir. How we doing?
I am hanging in there. How your eyes doing this time?
I'm blurry. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the retina swelled or what it is. You got any reasons why I'm blurry like this? In the mornings it's pretty good, and then as the day goes on, it gets worse.
Yeah, Steve, it's just, you know, with your condition, with the diabetes, the macular edema, you know, all the procedures that you've had done. I mean, in some cases, in the olden days, which weren't too long ago, you probably would be blind by now. So, you know, with today's technology, the injectable medications that we have, the injectable steroids, the anti-VEGF, the diet that you're on, the weight loss that you've done, you know, everything that you've done has preserved your vision. And, just got to continue to be diligent and think positive, keep the faith, continue to keep the doctors that you've been with, because I think you're in a good group of doctors, and we hope for the best.
My main question was on September the 8th, I had an injection of the Ozdex, and Dr. Runge did that one, and he said it was sustained release and I wouldn't have to have another shot for 3 to 6 months. And about a week later, I had an appointment with Dr. Snyder, that's his partner, and he said everything looked good. The number came from 568 down to 510. On the retina, and he said that was significant. But he said next time I see you, which is November 15th, he says I'm going to give you a shot of Avastin. And I'm like, that's only 2 months. Should I refuse that shot, or would it hurt anything? No,
I would do what the doctors are recommending. I mean, they're doing a different type of injection, so two different modes of modality of treatment that oftentimes work very well together. So I would follow the directions. I definitely would. I mean, they have your best interests at heart. So, there's nothing wrong with second opinions, Steve. I mean, you're in a great group, but if you get to the point where you're starting to second guess your doctors, then you got to get a second opinion.
Well, I was just going with what the first one said. He
Sure.
says it's good for a minimum of 3 months, and then after 2 months, the other one wants to give me the Avastin shot. I just was wondering about that.
Right. Well, they look at your cross-sectional image, your OCTs. Sometimes they probably do fluorescein angiograms, and they look at all this to help determine what is, in your best interest. And I got to tell you, these injectable medications have been a godsend for our patients. Prior to this, I mean, not too long ago, we used to laser these things, and the laser would destroy the retina, and then you'd have a huge blind spot. So until we had these injectable medications, it was bad news.
I had some leaking on the capillaries, and he did do some lasering probably about a year ago. I hope he did the right thing.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes we have to laser those areas to stop them from bleeding. But we do a lot less laser now with these injectable medications, especially in the macula. So in the macula area, you never wanted to laser that part of the retina. And we didn't have any way of stopping that fluid from bleeding and that swelling. And now with these injections, we have some really good, we have some good treatments. And this, I got to tell you, Steve, things are getting better and better, and you're still young. So like I said, keep the faith. They're going to have something coming down the pike that's going to, take you out of the darkness and that bad eye one day.
Do you think I can still improve, or do you think this is just the way it's going to be? Well, it's hard for you to say.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I would say let's try to keep everything as stable as possible and hope for the best.
I was going to ask you on your race car, do you have to tweak it a lot when you're racing it, or is it pretty bulletproof where you just put gas in it and run it?
It's interesting because these guys out there in these pure Porsche GT3R, not RSs, these are, extremely expensive race cars, $500,000. They're tweaking them all the time. I mean, and with this Viper V10, I mean, I got to say, so far it's been pretty bulletproof. I adjust the suspension. Obviously I changed the tires out, and the slicks are very important. But, every now and then I got to do a little tweaking here and there. But I get out there and run, and it's been great. So I haven't had the hassles of having to tweak it and tune it at the track the way most of these people are. So I've been blessed.
So, like the spark plugs, they stay pretty stable, and you don't have to mess with that, huh?
Yep. So far, I did, after I put the headers on it, the headers were actually heating up the spark plug wires after about 30 minutes of racing, and then it would cause a cylinder not to fire, and then obviously your horsepower drops. So we figured that out, and now we coated the wires with some, anti-heat resistant fiber. So I don't have any problem at all.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the show. I sure enjoy it.
All right, Steve. You take care. And hang in there, brother. All right, 866-977-4820. You're listening to Ask the Doctor, 866-977-4820. We do have patients that actually come from all over the country to the Lange Institute for retinal care. A lot of them come for the nutritional retinal care that we deliver via the Fortify Vitamins and MacuHealth between myself, Dr. Yadi Exposito, Dr. Seaborn Hunt, and certainly Dr. Michael Tolatino. But we do our fair share of injections as well. But I got to tell you, we're using a combination of Fortify Focus, the Fortify Vitamins combined with MacuHealth, and we're getting some interesting results. We are doing less injections now for patients that before would need these injections. So if you're wanting to see if you're a candidate for this, certainly come by and see myself or Dr. Tolatino at the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages. Let me give you the phone number for the Lange Eye Institute. Get a pen and paper. It is 352-753-4014. That's 352-753-4014. 4014. Also, you can always go to drmichaellang.com or langeyecare.com to learn a lot more about what we have to offer. Also, I want you to check out our website. All of you that listen to this program are into nutrition, or most of you are. You got to check out our website, hemocode.com, www.hemocode.com. That's HEMOCODE. All right, this is a food intolerance system. All right, so we're looking for IGG food allergies, not IgE. That's like anaphylactic shock. IGG is it's a food testing, which is a useful guide to help us structure an elimination diet for patients with many chronic diseases. So what happens is you prick your finger. This is an at-home test. You prick your finger, then you bleed onto these little dots on paper. You send it off in a self-addressed envelope. It takes a couple of weeks, maybe a week or so to get the information back. The doctor's a genius that analyzes this, all right, Dr. Michael Joseph. And he will contact you as well via the internet and explain all this to you, but you're going to get a self-explanatory explanation and a really nice packet showing you what foods are bad and what foods are good. Your bloating, your headaches, your dizzy spells could be related to IgG-mediated food allergies, believe it or not, or food sensitivities. So this can help. It's helped me dramatically. I did the test a year ago. I found out certain foods like pork. I found out eggplant, tomatoes, which I used to have on all my salads, were really very bad for me. And since I've discontinued those, because I used to love to have bacon and sausage and stuff like that, I've been feeling a lot better and a lot less bloating and tenderness in my abdomen. And I think my brain fog is just about gone now. So check it out, hemocode.com. Food sensitivity testing is extremely expensive. You go to your doctor, and they're going to charge you $1,500 to do a test that isn't even as accurate as this. This is $499, but if you use a code, Lange, promo code, Lange, and checkout, you save $100. So it's $3.99, and that includes the interpretation from the doctor and everything. So think about it. It will be beneficial for your children, for yourself, your parents, your grandparents. It's www.hemocode.com. Use the promo code LANGE, and you customize your diet after this. So a lot of people say, get on a gluten-free diet, a FODMAP-free diet, a paleo diet. Well, some of the foods in those diets, unless you check for food sensitivity testing, you may have these food sensitivities and may be creating a lot of problems. So this is a way to customize your diet. All right, let's go back to the phones. Mary, thanks for holding. Good morning.
Good morning. Listen, Dr. Lange, I have an itch on my eyelid. My eyes are really dry, and my right eye in the corner is super dry, but it has developed in the last month just along the lash. It just itches like crazy. What can I do to?
Okay, that's a great question. So there's a lot of things that can cause itching. Usually allergies will cause itching. But the eyelids have these things called lashes, which are hair follicles that come out of your lid margins. And they have a little waxy sebum on it, a little oily material. And then anything that's airborne and in your environment will stick to it. So our eyelashes are one of the dirtiest parts of our body. And so what happens is not only do antigens, which are allergic flora, accumulate on there, but viruses and bacteria and even little things called mites, Demodex, will hang out on your eyelashes. And so most of us are not notorious for cleaning our eyelashes. We brush our teeth, wash our arm, we wash and condition our hair, but how many of us actually scrub our eyelashes? And so it's a very dirty environment. So what I recommend to people is a couple of things. You can take plain old baby shampoo in a hot shower with a washcloth with your eyes closed and scrub your eyelashes. That's better than nothing. But there is a product that you can get through your eye doctor's offices. We have it at the Lange Eye Institute. We have it at Fortify Vitamins headquarters in Ocala, or you can get it off the Fortify website. You can't buy this over the counter. It's called Clearadex. Clearadex comes in a foam, a little, almost like a shaving cream looking like foam substance, or it comes in a pre-medicated pad. So Clearadex has some antiviral, antimicrobial properties, some derivatives from tea tree oil that kills all of this nasty stuff that hangs out on our eyelashes. So that's why I go straight to Clearadex, because a lot of us have Demodex, and it causes that exact symptom that you're explaining to me. I'd say 70% of the patients I see have these mites on their eyelashes, and nothing is going to kill them. Baby shampoo won't kill them, but this derivative of tea tree oil that's in Clearadex will knock that out. It'll also eliminate the other parasitic flora that's on your eyelashes. So that's something to think about. Hot compresses, get some Clearadex foam or Clearadex wipes, scrub your eyelashes at night really good with them before you go to bed, and then just blot dry. Leave it on, because that works at night when you're sleeping. It gets into the glands where these things lay eggs. These eggs back up in the morning and cause you to have kind of this crusty matter on your eyelashes and can cause this itching. So that might knock it out. It certainly won't hurt you if you don't have this condition. And then if you still have the problem, obviously see your local optometrist or ophthalmologist.
So I can order this Fortify online?
Yep, just go to fortify.com, FORTIF. EYE. It's kind of a play on words, Fortif and then I like your eyeball.com. And then you'll see, just scroll through the, items, and you'll see Clearadex. Okay. All right. And I like the foam a little bit better than the pads. The pads are, if you have a really bad case, the pads are a little bit more potent, but the pads do burn a little bit. The foam just feels like a very mild menthol on your eyelids. It actually feels very good. And this is great for people that have dry eye as well, because it helps to open up the glands that are blocked, just chronically blocked as we get mature, as we age. And therefore, it opens those glands up to secrete a much healthier tear film. So your eyes feel like they breathe better, and then this itchy, chronic, sandy, gritty feeling kind of goes away.
Oh, yeah, because I have that, yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, then. I appreciate it, and I love your show.
All right, Mary, you take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Now, I have been wondering about opening another office someplace around here in St. Pete, I don't know, Clearwater. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, but who knows? Maybe Sarasota. So what you should do, go to Health Grades. I mentioned this earlier in the program, healthgrades.com, or just type in Dr. Michael Lange Health Grades, and let me know what you think of the show. Let me know where you want me to open an office. If you're a patient of mine, just give me some positive input if you're so kind. All right. Phone lines are open, 866-977-4820, 866-977-4820, and we're getting ready to take a break. I'll be back in about 2.5 minutes, so stay tuned.
Is this the price for having learned how not to cry?
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Lange. I'm a board-certified optometric physician and a certified nutritional specialist. Did you know that the majority of vitamins that you can buy over the counter are filled with synthetic nutrients, dyes, and trans fats? All of the things that are bad for you. This is why I developed Fortify Vitamins, an all-natural nutraceutical developed over years of clinical research. Fortify Complete Plus is equivalent to 10 to 12 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. This supplement is a multivitamin, eye-vitamin, veggie and fruit blend with enzymes and omega-3 fish oil, developed to promote total body wellness and healthy vision. Isn't it time that you took control of your health with Fortified Vitamins?
Take control of your health with Fortify. Learn more and order now at www.fortify.com. Available at Lange Eye Care and Associates.
All omega-3 is not created equal. Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Lange. You hear a lot of commercials that promote omega-3 products. It may be confusing. Most large studies confirming the positive health benefits of omega-3 were done with fish or fish oil. As founder of Lange Eye Care and a doctor in search of what's best for my patients, I visited Norway on a research trip to develop Fortify Super Omega, the highest quality omega-3 fish oil available. Only wild-caught fish with the highest omega-3 content are used in this formula. Produced in Norway at the only NSF and GMP certified omega-3 facility in the world, Fortify Super Omega eliminates any odor or aftertaste. It promotes heart, brain, eye, and joint health. Fortify Super Omega has 1,600 milligrams of triple refined omega-3 fish oil compared to anything on the market. You won't find a more bioavailable form of omega-3. To purchase, go to fortify.com. That's FORTIFEYE.com or call 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746.
If you or a loved one is suffering from macular degeneration, then take note of the following information.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Lange. I'm a board-certified optometric physician and a certified nutritional specialist. Macular degeneration is the leading cause of blindness in patients over 55. I have personally seen thousands of patients with macular degeneration in clinical practice for over 17 years. I have seen the positive benefits that patients can realistically obtain through nutritional intervention and lifestyle modifications. I have developed a science-based nutraceutical called Fortify Complete Macular Defense that takes all of the latest nutritional research and incorporates it into one convenient daily packet. There is hope for macular degeneration through proper nutrition. Isn't it time that you took control of your health with Fortify Complete Macular Defense?
Learn more and order now at www.fortify.com. Available at Lange Eye Care and Associates.
Genesis Communications presents the show that's helping people see better and feel better all over Florida. It's Ask the Doctor with board-certified optometric physician, certified nutritional specialist, and popular radio host, Dr. Michael Lange of Lange Eye Care and Associates.
that cannot see the sky. Is this the price for having learned how not to cry?
All righty. Good morning, and welcome back to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Lange of the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida, and Fortify Vitamins. If you've got a question, pick up the phones and give me a call, 1-866-977-4820. I want to mention a few little specials we got going on. We still have that fall special until the end of November. The fall special for Fortify Super Protein. That's the naked protein, the chocolate, or the vanilla. When you combine that with a Fortify Organic Blue-Green Superfood, you're going to get 25% off if you use the promo code FALL25, F-A-L-L 25. Just go to fortify.com, go to the website, or the Lange Eye Institute, or Fortify Vitamin Headquarters in Ocala, and use FALL25. You'll get 25% off when you get the protein and the superfood. Also, those of you that want to lose weight, that's an incredible meal replacement. Take 1 scoop of the Fortify Super Protein, 1 scoop of the Organic Blue-Green Superfood, which is gluten-free and FODMAP-free. And those of you that have lactose intolerant problems, you can take this protein. Believe me, it comes from A2 cows. There's minimal amounts of lactose in it. Nobody has a reaction. It's only whey protein. So remember, 25% off, fall 25. Also, the Paleo Simplified bars and the Paleo Simplified Crunch have gone crazy. So we have those available at the Lange Eye Institute, Fortify Vitamins. You can get it on the website at fortify.com, but go to the paleosimplified.com site, and you can use the code PALEO20. PALEO20 promo code, you get 20% off. So www.paleosimplified.com and put Paleo20 in. And there's 3 Paleo Energy bars and the Paleo Crunch, which is a gluten-free, oat-free granola honey nut fruit crunch. It's delicious, great for breakfast, great for a snack, great for your children to have a decent breakfast in the morning. So those 2 things are going to help save you money. Also, remember, when you're doing this Hemocode test, remember, we're looking for food intolerance. And so let me just tell you the benefits before we take these next phone calls. When you do IGG food sensitivity testing, the benefit is when you do this test is to help determine if food reactions are contributing to your physical and your mental problems, believe it or not. I was talking with the Dr. Michael Joseph yesterday at lunch, and he was telling me he had a patient with terrible anxiety attacks, and it was related to the food that was she eating. When they got her off of these food sensitivities, her allergies or her anxiety attacks went away, and she didn't have to take her Xanax anymore. So removing highly reactive foods from your diet is a non-invasive therapy to help get rid of your problems. So research and clinical studies out there, a lot of research suggests that food allergies that are identified by IGG testing may be contributing factors to many, many of the chronic health problems that we have today. So eliminating all identified food allergens after testing with this IgG test can actually help decrease all sorts of health problems. So that's why I'm promoting this. I took it. It works. It's not that expensive now. Remember, go to hemocode.com. Use the code LANG. You get $100 off, and you don't have to see a doctor for this. All right, let's go back to the phones. Hugh in Silver Springs, thanks for holding.
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call. Dr. Lang, a couple of months ago, I had cataract surgery, which was very successful, but I developed floaters in both of my eyes. Is there anything I can do about this, or will that be another procedure?
Yeah, I got to tell you, Hugh, most floaters are relatively benign, and oftentimes after cataract surgery, we do see more floaters, and the reason for that is twofold. During the ultrasonic procedure that breaks up the cataract, sometimes it can cause the vitreous, the gel, to pull loose from the back of the retina. When that happens, you get these little floaters, all right? Also, It's kind of like if you have a dirty window, you're going out to your camp in the woods and you got this really dirty window. Until you clean it, you can't see all the mosquitoes out there. So a lot of these floaters you've had probably, and now they've put a clear implant in. It's like cleaning the window, and now you see the floaters that you didn't see before. So the key here, Hugh, is if you have a sudden onset of floaters in your vision, a sudden shower of flashing lights or floaters, thousands of floaters, you got to get back to your doctor, have your eyes dilated. We got to make sure there's not a retinal tear or retinal detachment going on. If there's a few little floaters here and there after cataract surgery, it usually takes a while for these to subside and go down out of your line of sight. It's a very common symptom. You usually don't have to have surgery for this, but it can take months and months and months. It can take sometimes 6, 7, 8 months for these to totally go down out of your line of sight, but eventually they'll go away and you're going to be fine. As long as it's not a retinal tear or a retinal detachment, which it probably isn't, but if ever in doubt, have your eyes dilated and have them checked.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, most floaters are pretty benign, but remember, a sudden shower of thousands of floaters that look like pepper or paprika or flashing lights, get into your local optometrist or ophthalmologist, have your eyes dilated because it can be an ocular emergency, a retinal tear, a retinal detachment that needs to be treated. All right, phone lines are open, 866-977-4820. That's 866-977-4820. Let's go back to the phones. Gene in Valrico, good morning.
Well, good morning. How are you?
All right, and yourself?
Wonderful. I have cataracts, and I've noticed when I wear my contacts anymore, my eyes are drying out a lot. I put drops in. They last about 20 minutes, and was wondering if that clear
Clearadex
foam you were talking about for the eyelashes would help that situation.
Well, Gene, it very well could, because most of us, like I said, most of us are going to have some blocked meibomian glands. And these glands are what secrete the crucial outer lipid layer of your tear film that is crucial for successful contact lens wear, all right? So there's a few things you can do. We clean them, we heat them, and we nutrify. And we're talking about the lid margins. So clean them with the Clearadex, all right, because that'll make sure you can clean with simple baby shampoo, but that doesn't kill anything, and it certainly wouldn't get rid of Demodex that 70% of my patients have. So we clean them, Clearadex foam or Clearadex pads. We heat them, so a hot washcloth or something called the Brooder mask. You can buy that off the website. It's like $20. It lasts 10 years. You throw it in the microwave for 20 seconds, and then you just Velcro it around your face, your eyes, and it heats up these glands. So that helps excrete this waxy stuff that's clogged in there. And so, all right, we heat them, we clean them, and we nutrify them. And if you've listened to the show for any amount of time, you know that nutrification of the meibomian glands is omega-3 fish oil, but in the triglyceride form, so like Fortify Super Omega. And we actually have, if you go to the Fortify website, you can see we got dry eye kits on there. None of the dry eye kits actually have the Clearadex in them. They got another foam called OcuSoft, which is a great foam, but it's not the Bentley or Rolls-Royce. It's not going to kill everything. It's a much milder cleaner, much better than baby shampoo, but not as good as the Clearadex. So I would try that, try heating them, cleaning them with the Clearadex, taking a good omega-3 fish oil. If you can't find a triglyceride form over the counter, then, buy the Fortify Super Omega. And I'd take 2 a day, 1 at breakfast and 1 at bedtime, and see how you do.
So the fish oil will do what for my eyes?
So what the fish oil does, after you take it, it only takes an hour and a half, and it actually is in the fluids in the meibomian glands. So remember, these are the little glands, the little openings around your lid margins that secrete the outer layer of tear film. When those get clogged, if we push on them, if you come into the office and we look behind you, you put your face in that microscope and we push on those glands, a good portion of my patients will have this thick cottage cheese coming out of there. And we don't want that. We want it to be like an olive oil coming out of there. And so when we clean them and heat them, and take the omega-3 fish oil, it usually takes about 3 to 4 weeks, but that will turn into this clear olive oil substance coming out instead of this thick cottage cheese. Now, some people are much more resistant. That's called meibomian gland dysfunction. Some people, it takes more than 3 to 4 weeks to get it under control. But if you're diligent about doing the heat, the omega-3 and cleaning them, it will only help. There is absolutely no negative from it at all.
Well, I have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
My son-in-law keeps getting styes on his eyelids. Some are up in above. He wears contacts. He's not very good at changing the solution out and stuff. Would that cleanse help his dye situation? Or
absolutely.
I told him he needs to change his solution. I mean, that's just a no-brainer, but
right. I mean, number one, I would go to a preservative-free solution like Clear Care. That's a hydrogen peroxide solution, okay? So he can go to something like Clear Care. That'll help at least get rid of the preservatives out of the situation. But absolutely, what we just discussed that potentially can help you in contact lens wear would help him decrease the chance of a stye. Because remember, a stye, or what we call an internal hordeolum or chalazion, is a blocked meibomian gland where it keeps, you keep manufacturing this lipid stuff, but it can't get out. So it becomes like a boil on your eye, almost like a big pimple. And so if we clean the lids to get rid of the flora that blocks it, all right, and then heat them so that waxy stuff comes out, and then take the omega-3 so it never gets clogged again, absolutely, he probably will never get another stye. And that's the way we treat styes. When somebody comes in with a stye, before we drain it or lance it or surgically remove it, we always put them on hot compresses, lid hygiene, and omega-3. I never prescribe an oral antibiotic for this anymore. We used to, but the omega-3 actually does a better job, and it's much safer on the bacteria flora in your gut. Remember, when you get on an oral antibiotic, you have to take probiotics at the same time. Otherwise, you start creating a digestive problem from the oral antibiotics.
Nice. Okay. Well, thank you so much. You have a wonderful day.
All right, Gene. You take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.
And Valrico. Where's Valrico? All right. Phone lines are open. 1-866-977-4820. 1-866-977-4820. Remember, I'm reaching out to my listeners. I'd like to see how many of you actually will respond to go to Health Grades. And believe it or not, a lot of people look at this, in the villages especially. They actually grade how good their doctor is by Health Grades. And so... let me know what you think of the radio show. If I'm your doctor, tell me what you think. Go to Dr. Michael Lange, Health Grades, and just give me a quick testimonial. I would appreciate that. All right. If you want to call and make an appointment Monday through Friday at the Lange Eye Institute, the number is 352-753-4014. 352-753-4014. Also, 4 to 5 vitamins, just about anything I talk about on a nutritional standpoint. You can talk to Danny, Miss Nita. You can talk to Mandy, Tammy, any of the gang, Brooke at the 4 to 5 Vitamin headquarters. And 4 to 5 Vitamin headquarters is open Monday through Friday. And the phone number there is 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. 9746. All right. Now, phone lines are open. We got time for a bunch more calls. If you got a question, 866-977-4820. Give me a call. Remember, a nutritionally related topic, eye topic. Maybe you want to share with our listeners something you've done to solve your eye problems or nutritional problems. 866-977-4820. That's 866-977-4820. 4820. And once again, I just want to talk a little bit more about IGG food allergy testing. This test also checks for Candida, all right? Candida is a yeast that actually, there is a connection, IgG and Candida connection. This Hemocode system actually utilizes testing for something called Candida albicans, and that's a microscopic fungal organism. It's basically a pathogenic yeast that's in our system. Everybody has it, but we can see if things are being aggravated and produced by certain foods. So this is a pretty amazing test. Once again, if you want to find out what foods that you're consuming on a daily basis that are creating problems, I mean, neurological problems, gastrointestinal problems, cardiovascular problems, skin problems, swelling, eczema, skin rashes, dry skin, dry eyes. How about that one? Throat problems. All of this can be related to the food. Simply by getting on what we call an elimination diet, you can benefit dramatically. Your overall health, your ocular health, your sense of well-being, your cognitive ability all can improve. Learn about it. If you don't buy it, at least go to their website, www.hemocode.com. That's HEMOCODE. If you have this testing done at your physician's office, it's usually $1,500, somewhere around there, for them to run the test, the blood test, and then analyze it, and then give you a plan of attack. This is $499. If you use the code LANGE, all right, they're giving all my radio listeners and patients $100 off, so it's $399. That sounds expensive, but it's really actually very inexpensive for this, and they're going to analyze it. They're going to send it to you. You're going to do it in the privacy of your own home. Just take a little special little instrument they provide you with, and it makes a little micro puncture on your finger. Then you bleed it on a special little form that they have, self-addressed stamped envelope. Send it back to them. A week to 2 weeks, you get the results, and they give you an amazing chart, an amazing whole packet that tells you what foods you need to stop eating immediately and what foods you may have to cut back on, and what foods you're going to thrive on. So once again, it's called Hemocode. Go to hemocode.com. I mean, you will thank me. All right. Let's cover a couple of more bases really quickly here. Christmas special coming up at the Lange Eye Institute. I'm inviting everybody. So it's at the Lange Eye Institute December 16th from 11 to 3. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have dancing. We're going to have music. We're going to have food. We're going to have lots of free giveaways. I mean, some really exotic, very expensive handmade frames. So we're going to do a lot of drawings. And, we're not just giving away one or two. So a good portion of you are going to win a lot of prizes simply in the raffle. So that's December 16th, 11 to 3. I will be there. Also, we're going to give some amazing deals on all Fortify. We always do that. Hemocode people will be there. Paleo Simplified people will be there. We're going to be making smoothies, giving you free smoothies and free superfood drinks. So come on out. Remember, Dr. Michael Tolentino, nationally recognized retina specialist, is at the Lange Eye Institute on certain days now. Also, Michael Moore, Hear More Medical Center, is upstairs at the Lange Eye Institute. So if you want a really great hearing specialist that's going to give you the best deal, he guarantees he's going to give you the best deal on hearing aids. The hearing evaluation is free. And if you got wax in your ear, he's certified to clean that out. That's free too. I don't know how he makes money. But Hear More Medical at the Lange Eye Institute upstairs. I'm going to give you his phone number, 352-571-0150. One more time for Hear More Medical Centers. That's Michael Moore, 352-571-0150. Remember, Dr. John Podlatsky's upstairs with his holistic naturopathic approach to treating your problems with no drugs. Also, John Poser, plastic surgeon from Gainesville, is actually upstairs as well. All right, here's a question. What's the IGG test website again? All right, that is Hemocode.com. So for those of you to learn more about IgG-mediated food intolerances, go to Hemocode.com. That's HEMOCODE, Hemocode.com. Remember, if you want to order the system, use my last name, Lange, and you're going to get $100 off. So that's a pretty good deal. All right, I got time to talk quickly here. Next week, I'm going to be racing at Sebring, so we're going to run a tape. Maybe we'll run this tape. Fall specials again. For those of you, a lot of you are taking the super protein, the Fortify super protein, and combined with the organic blue-green superfood. You're taking that in between meals or as a meal replacement. Remember, when you buy both on the Fortify.com website, use FALL25. You're getting 25% off. Also, Paleo Bars, Paleo Crunch. Go to PaleoSimplified.com. Use the code Paleo20 and get 20% off. Woof! All right, I'm out here. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Have a great day, and God bless you.
Dr. having learned how not to cry.